All right, serious and silliness. John Olivia here, bringing you Anabolic Academy. That's serious and silliness bodybuilding, not to be confused with my other channel, Serious and Silliness Outcast. So if you bodybuilders out there like interviews about mob guys, outlaw bikers, porno stars, actors, comedians, anything like that, go join that one. Or go take a look because it's good shit. Anyway, so this is Anabolic Academy on Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below on what I'm about to give you because I got 4 questions and one is actually a in-depth question about me and my anabolic use in the past. So it should be actually pretty interesting. But what do we do here on Anabolic Academy? You send me questions and I answer them. So how do you reach me? Serious and Silliness Instagram, John Livia Facebook, John Livia TikTok, or email me, John_Livia at Yahoo, or Uncle John 1201 at Gmail. Now, we could just jump right into the questions. I have 4 questions. 3 of them is from guess who? Fran is the man. So, Fran's question, his first question is, do you think Bonac will be top 10 in the Olympia? I think he can break the top 10 in the Olympia, but I think he's going to be on the low end. I think he can beat Akeem because Akeem qualified the week before. And I said Akeem could break the top 10, but he would be on the low end. But I think Bonac could place somewhere 8th, 9th, 10th, maybe as high as 7. But once you get into that, 1 through 6 spot, it becomes really difficult to break into that 1 through 6 spot because you got to remember when Bonac was in the top 3, these young dudes with this young blood were not in the top 3. Right? You didn't have Nick Walker, you didn't have Hunter, you didn't have Hottie, you didn't have Derek, you didn't have Samson, you didn't have Andrew Jacked. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So if he does, I think he can, but it'll be on the low end. Like I said, 8th, 9th, 10th, maybe 7th, but that's really pushing it. Anyway, next question from Fran is the man, because let's face it, Fran is the motherfucking man, son. All right. Question 2, will Jason Owens be on your podcast more often like in the past? It's a funny question because I actually spoke to him about it today. He came on. I was very happy that he came on. I spoke to him today. I said to him, do you want to come on every Wednesday again, or you just want to come on time to time? I was like, dude, you can come on every Wednesday again if you want to, but I understand if you are busy or you don't want to, you could come on whenever you feel like it. And he said, I'll come on this Wednesday and then we'll play it by ear. I said, fine. Do you guys, I know, I mean, you could go back and you look at the video why we split up, but I have like this allegiance to Jason, because he really did stick with me. He was with me on my variety channel before muscular development. Then he was with me throughout muscular development. And then he was with me after muscular development shit on me. And then we had that stupid argument, which made no sense. And we parted ways. And ever since then, I would still text them because it didn't make any sense why we weren't talking anymore. It was just ridiculous. And I would still text him. He would still text me back. We would still keep in touch. You know, I fully understood why he didn't, because that video I put up was I was making fun of, I was doing an Asian accent, a Jewish accent, and all this crap. And he kind of didn't want to reflect on his business, which I fully understand. I got it. I fully get it. But what happens is if something is not really that, serious, as time goes on, you kind of realize, it was stupid. Who cares? And you go back to reality, emotions kind of calm down and so on and so forth. But so I think he's going to be back, most likely more times than not, but I don't think he's going to be a solid regular like he used to, but he has he can come on whenever he wants. Okay. He's a great guy. I never said he wasn't. He was a great guy. He still has a great company. iPrevail subs, which go get your iPrevail subs because he does put out really good products. So yes, I really hope that he comes back on every Wednesday, but it's completely up to him. So he'll be back this Wednesday though. All right. Next question from Fran is the man, because we know Fran is the man. Number 3, will you be attending any bodybuilding shows this year? I think the only other show I might attend will be Team Universe because it's the same spot that the New York Pro is in. It's in Teaneck, New Jersey. And there will be probably a lot of trainers and pro bodybuilders. And I could basically go there and see if I could get any interviews with. I have not had any elite coaches on. I would like to bring an elite coach on, like a Matt Jensen or a George Farah or an Aceto or the only one I've had on was Dave Palumbo, right? But okay. But besides him, I never had a guy that was like, or Milos. I never had one of those guys on. And I kind of really want to have one of those guys on. So, even if it's a Charles Glass or whomever, they're usually at Team Universe because they're usually training people that are going to turn pro. And Team Universe is a national level show. So I'll probably go there. It's the weekend for 4th of July. So I'll probably make my way there. But other than that, I don't know. I was thinking of maybe going to support, possibly Phil. But I think Phil is doing the show in Florida and maybe the show in Texas. I forgot exactly. But it's in a couple of weeks. I doubt I'm going to make it. Bo really hasn't said exactly what show he's doing yet. But honestly, in all honesty, I'll probably just do Team Universe. I'll go there because it's just like literally 20 minutes away from me, man. And all the guys from the gym I know will be there. So it'll be kind of friendly and fun. Plus, like I said, I'm trying to get one of those guys on. Anyway, all right. So then the last question is about me, and I got an email from a James Sakala. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. But here is the question. The question is, what was the craziest cycle I've ever done? Now, to some people, it's going to seem crazy. To other people, it's not going to seem that crazy. But the most amount of anabolics I've ever used was in the 2014 Brooklyn Grand Prix, the show that I did. All right. And so I got to go back. All right. So I started off, I prepped for 12 weeks. So it was, I started off with Deca, Sus, Tyrannobol, GH. And then I pulled the Deca out and I put Tren in. And then it was Tren, Tyrannobol, Sus, GH. And then as the show got closer, I threw in Masteron. And then 4 weeks out, I also threw in Halotestin. So at 4 weeks out, I was using Growth, Sus, Tren, Masteron, Halotestin, Clenbuterol, and I believe that was everything. And then, of course, I did like a Diazod, which is a diuretic, the night before the contest. That was it. I mean, to me, that's a lot. I think to most people, that's a lot. But what was funny is after I did the contest, I was thinking about doing a national level show, either Masters Nationals or Team Universe. And I went to go talk to a couple of coaches. And one coach was like, "Oh, I could see that you're really conservative with the anabolics." And I'm like, "What? Really?" I was like, and at that point, I was like kind of like questioning if I really wanted to do it or not. And I just basically was like, I don't think it's worth it to take any more stuff. I told the story a million times. I saw John Meadows win that year's Team Universe, and he just looked amazing. Or the year before Universe, I don't remember. He looked amazing. I was like, I'm never going to look like that. I didn't want to spend the money. I didn't want to isolate myself. I didn't want to isolate my family. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. And I knew that in order to do well, I would have to be a heavyweight. And that means I would have to put 30 pounds on. I knew I didn't have it because that show I did, I was 181 pounds. I would have to be on stage at like 200, 210, shredded. So that means I would have to be 230, 240 on the off season. I would be having to take a ton of stuff, eating like a pig. And I wasn't ready to do it. I was already in my 30s. And I just wasn't ready to do it. But that would be the craziest, I guess you can call it crazy, right? Yeah, that would be the craziest steroid cycle that I ever took. And I have not today. I basically just use testosterone and growth. That's it, and I'm fully happy. I'm in shape. I go to the gym. I get good workouts. I'm 48 years old. So this was 10 years ago. Yeah, so I was 38. This was 10 years ago. I'm 48 years old. I think I look pretty damn good for 48. So there's no reason to go crazy anymore. And that's it. Now, like, share, and subscribe. Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you get this week's Muscle Talk. And what else will we be talking about? Well, we'll probably be talking about, at a Muscle Talk, we're going to be talking about, obviously, the Emperor Classic. We'll be talking about the show coming up afterwards. And we're probably going to dip into a little bit of what happened with Doug Fouché, which is really sad. He passed away from an overdose. I actually messaged his wife, and his wife told me it was an overdose, which is really, really sad. And I'm sure a bunch of other stuff. And Arns will be back, and Madam Muscle Talk will be back. The queen of Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding, Phil Clarehar's wife, Patty. She will be on this week, which I'm very excited for because she is a sweetheart. All right, guys, listen, like, share, subscribe, notification, like, comments, say things at the bottom. I don't know, whatever. Do what you got to do. Later. Peace.